know if there's nobody in here yet. I've been doing these unscheduled lives lately. Just to come check y'all out, see what y'all doing. So I don't know if anybody's watching so far. YouTube is always delayed. If you are, hope you're having a blessed day. Hope you're having a blessed day. Tucker, what up? Derek Frank, what up? Yeah, so I've been doing these more like impromptu lives that aren't so like structured at the desk around a topic, just to come like try to kick it with the fam. Audio quiet? Shouldn't be. Is it? I hope not. Y'all can hear me? Y'all know what time it is. It's coffee time. Oh yeah, Brooklyn in the house. Bolivia. That's crazy. What's up, man? Marcelo, Jason Morris, what up? Just left the gym. Shoulder day. So I just came on here. Audio is low, just so you know. That's crazy. Hold up. That makes sense. That makes sense. It connected to my helmet because my helmet is still on. Is it better now? All right. Let me. I was just on a bike, so let me turn this helmet off. All right. Yeah. Yeah. It was connected to my helmet, man. My bad. Dang. What's up, y'all? I ain't want nothing, man. I just left the gym. I was like, you know what, man? Let me come on here and say what's up to the YouTube people, to the YouTube fam. Hope y'all having a good day. I am making coffee. That's better. That's better. That bike is fire. Thank you, man. I can't believe it's somebody from Bolivia watching. That bike is fire. That bike almost just got me chopped. Like, I done had a couple bikes, man. And this R1, oh, my coffee pot ran out of water. This R1 has a very weird clutch, man. A very weird clutch. Not weird. It's weird in the sense where you have to give it more throttle than any other bike I've ridden. Nice arm day. So yeah, you know, and this happens to all people on bikes at one point or another. But just stalled out right in the middle of the intersection. Just whatever. Cars coming both directions. I panicked. I mean, I powered through it. I kept my composure, but I for sure for a split second was like, oh my god. But it's like you have to give that, since somebody brought up that bike, you have to. I mean, it's a very powerful bike, as most 1,000cc bikes are, but you have to give a lot of throttle to get it out the friction zone, and for the clutches, for the transmission to catch and all that stuff. And I was on the bike pretty much all day, no problem. And it happens at the worst time. It hasn't happened to me in so long, bro. Bro, what are you talking about? Give me your milk. What are you talking about? I think it's up to 14,500. About to jump off to get some catfish with my wife at the Ark restaurant here on the lake. Oh, that sounds amazing. Enjoy, bro. Yeah, so the bike I had before could go all the way up to like 17. And this is a bigger engine with a strange firing order. So, but it sounds like a V8. I don't know if you ever heard of R1 before. They sound they sound like Godzilla. They don't sound like typical sport bikes. They sound like muscle cars. I have a group of independent videographers and we all follow their content. I love it. Oh, thanks, man. I appreciate that so much. I love when people come in here and say how much they love my content. I don't take that for granted because I get so many freaking hate comments. Every video I have to hide so many comments. People talk so much trash about me in my comment section. Oh, I'm not a real this. I'm not a real that. This is why I'm only getting X, Y, and Z views here. And, sometimes I'll be, as of lately, and I know we're supposed to take the high road as YouTubers, but I've been clapping back, okay? And I try not to be, like, cynical and things to people. But if you come in my comment section talking crazy, there's this idea that because I'm a YouTuber, I'm always supposed to take the high road. At the end of the day, you catch me on a bad day, you getting buckets. I'm a person at the end of the day. And I try not to acknowledge. I mean, I do. I like having fun with trolls, to be honest. I like, for example, anytime they come in my video, like, oh man, I could have made a better video. You're not, I don't mind constructive criticism. I don't mind people saying, hey man, next time can you do this or do that, or maybe you got this fact wrong. I'll be like, yeah, you know what, I did get that wrong. Thanks for pointing that out. But when they come in there trash talking, I always click on their page. Very petty. Okay, I always click on their page and see they got like 6 subscribers. And again, I don't leave hate comments on people's videos. Like I'm a grown ass man. I don't walk around leaving bad comments on other people's work. I don't care if I think you suck or not. I'm not about to downplay the courage and work that you put into putting something in there. So, anyways, whenever they come in there like, oh man, I'm sick of watching YouTubers like you, I'd be like, you know what? Why don't you and your whole 7 subscribers go make a video that's better than? Or as of lately, I've been doing a lot of mama jokes. Okay, I've been like, you come in here talking crazy. Your mama don't think that, do they? It's strange that you think that because it's the same thing your mother said last night. Like, like I really been being pretty immature, but I'm quite sick of the trolls. Big love from UK. Thank you, man. Big encouragement. Thank you. Bikes and Beards got some bikes from Japan that are 2-strokes that are amazing. Vinny says Sony 20 mil or 24. Can you help me decide which one to get? I actually did this comparison a couple years ago. At the end of the day, that 24 millimeter has terrible focus breathing. So I mean, the 20 is better, but it's not gone, right? But the combination of 24 millimeter and f1.4 is a really magical combination. Being able to get something that wide with that shallow of a depth of field at the same time is really special. Versus now the problem with the 24 is on today's cameras. If you want to vlog on Sony cameras, now you got to turn on active stabilization, right? Or dynamic. By that time, after you put on a 10% crop or 30% crop, you can't handhold that anymore. So if you're okay with that, the 24 is amazing. That's probably one of my favorite lenses of all time. Now, the 20 millimeter f1.8 is still amazing, but it doesn't have that magical look. 20 millimeters at f1.8 it looks good, but now the difference is if you want to film yourself or create content with a Sony camera, when you put on that active stabilization that costs you 10%, that only takes you to like a 22 millimeter. So it's still wide enough to handhold and vlog with. Not so much with that 24 millimeter. So if you're looking for like a specialty lens that's going to make your footage like look crazy good, then 24 f1.4. But just know it ain't a good vlogging lens, but it's a B-roll monster. And if you want more of like a vlogging general purpose wide angle lens, then get the 20. I just come for your glowing personality. Love watching it. Oh, thanks, man. I appreciate that. You know, it's crazy you say that because I always say to people, oh, I don't know what happened. I always say to people, like, there's for every one person that likes how loud and stuff I am, there's 4 people that hate people like me. So I appreciate those comments. I get a lot of comments about how colorful I am, okay? And I don't mean like the color of my skin, but, how I talk, all that stuff. So I appreciate that. And complaining that you get free content, absolutely. That's because you in gangster mode, yep. People are dumb, sometimes you have to clap back. Yeah, like I make a sport out of it. I just bought the 85 and the 50 for my S9, can't wait to get them. Yeah, they're great. I got both of them. Love seeing you do well, brother. Subscribe just to help out. Keep moving, man. Hey, thank you, bro. I appreciate you. France in the house. So we had France. Where was the other place that we had somebody from? Let me scroll back up. Bolivia, which is crazy. from the States. Vinny, there's also like the 20 is smaller, but again, if you wanna film yourself, then especially with a Sony camera, especially if you're gonna handhold, then yeah, it won't be wide enough. Okay. Hey, it's not for vlogging, just need something wider. Been using the 35 millimeter for ages. Yeah, 24-1.4 is a very fun focal length, man. And it does have pretty bad breathing, but if you got a newer Sony camera, they come with breathing compensation. So that'll put you at like 26 millimeter. Still a great lens. Where are you from? I'm in Cleveland, Ohio. I would love to visit Bolivia one day. What's in the coffee, my boy? Just a scoop of sugar. Black Rifle coffee with a scoop of sugar. Is it still snowing there? Thank the Lord, no. No steroids. I've never taken steroids a day in my life. I've been working out for 20 years. You could, like, I don't even look like I'm on steroids. I might look like, of course, I'm bigger than the average person who doesn't work out. Houston in the chat. What's up, Edwin? Yeah, of course, I'm bigger and more muscular than the average man. I've been working out for 20 years. I've been lifting hardcore and eating I've been living a bodybuilding life for 20 years. Steroids have a very, very specific look. Like you know when people are on steroids, when that man is walking around and he's freaking Arnold Schwarzenegger, that's how big he is, and he's shredded to the core. Shredded to the core. Shoulders all popping and bulbous and back just super pumped on. That's how you know when people are on steroids. This is not steroids, okay? Everything I have is proportionate. People who are on roids, they have disproportionate lats and shoulders. No, it's a good question. People ask me that all the time. No, I don't. I've never taken steroids. I never will. I thought about it, but my ex was like, if you do that, I'll leave you. And I was like, you know what? Okay, not gonna do it. London in the house. Oh, Black Rifle, I love it. Black Rifle has been my go-to coffee, and I try all different types of coffee for the last year. I love Black Rifle coffee. It is delicious. It is the closest thing, in my opinion, that you can get to pure espresso, like Americanos and stuff like that, without having, it's really good. You just drop in though, but you've done a lot for me mentally, being a down-to-earth tech guy on YouTube without a lot of BS. I appreciate that so much. Yep, especially in the shoulders. You can always tell. If you see a dude, of course, after shoulder day, everybody has a shoulder pump. Yeah, after shoulder day, I'm looking in the mirror like, yeah. But after that pump go back down and your shoulders start to match your arms and all that stuff, that's how you can. Sean, I know you a troll. You've been trolling me for years, but I know it's all love. I appreciate you. I personally find it horrible. Different strokes, different folks. Some people into it. I just don't like when people take steroids and then, don't cheat. If you want to take steroids, take steroids. Who cares? It's your body. Just don't go compete against people who are not taking steroids. That's trash. And that's the reason why I never got into bodybuilding, because, people would say they weren't on steroids, but they cycled for the last 5 years and decided to get off 6 months ago. How am I supposed to compete with that? And steroids also don't automatically mean you're going to look good. You still got to put mad work in. Somebody dropped a super chat that I missed. Let me go back. I'm sorry. Whoever that. Vinny. Oh, thank you so much, Vinny. I appreciate you. I didn't even see that. My bad. I'm always so grateful for super chats. It's not something that y'all have to do. So I thank you for that. The fact that you took money that you worked hard for just to support this channel, man, it means the world to me. So thank you so much. I truly appreciate that. Best lens to pair with the 50mm f1.2. That is a god tier lens. I got mine right here. The gangster mode. Oh yeah, I will never sell this lens. Never. It just that's a hard question to answer. I don't know what you shoot. Like everybody's needs are different. I could say, oh, go grab a 24 to 70, but what if you don't shoot that type of stuff? They need a 24 to 70. So in France is 1:12 in the morning. Tucker said, none of us think you're on steroids. You're too nice. Yeah, when you get people that get on them hardcore steroids, they turn into freaking D-bags, for real. I need to cut the lattes and go back to black coffee. It's hard. I think once you find a coffee that you like you got to try Black Rifle. I do Black Rifle just black. It's a medium roast. You don't need a lot. Like I could drink it just straight black when it's cold. When it's hot, I need a little bit of sugar in it. But it's very, very like flavorful for real. Also, I do bulletproof coffee in the morning. So bulletproof coffee is black coffee with grass-fed butter. It's no preservatives, no additives or anything like that. And you put it in the coffee and you use like a milk frother and it gives you like this almost creamer on top. And it's really so the benefit of Black Rifle coffee is A, you don't have all that sugar. B, the butter in it gives it a creaminess, but C, it also slows down the absorption of caffeine. So you don't get like that hard spike of energy and then that hard crash. It's more like, instead of it boop, boop, it's more like a, like that. And fat, if you compare this amount of fat and that amount of sugar, like fat doesn't spike your insulin and all that stuff. And it's overall better than using a bunch of sugar. Of course, too much butter is not good for you either. But try bulletproof coffee. They recommend you put like MCT oil or coconut oil in it. I'm not doing that. I just do the grass-fed butter. You could get it at like any major grocery store. You want to get the one that has no preservatives, none of that. It's just straight grass-fed butter. I mean, butter from grass-fed cows. Yep, steroids do weird things in the traps over time also. Absolutely. All right, thanks for stopping through, Berenice. I appreciate you. You would have made a good bodybuilder, natural bodybuilder. Yeah, I actually got into it for like 2 years. Hold on. I'm too old now. Are you seeing results? You would have made a natural good bodybuilder. I think so. Well, I mean, I never really had the discipline. I just liked working out. I know I have a better than average physique, but I don't know if I could have competed with, I don't know. Too late now. I'm about to be 40, and I don't even want to. Man, I come back to watch the same videos here because it's a little pick-me-up and love the little things like be grateful for waking up and breathing. Absolutely. Every video I say that. Are you seeing results with the new YouTube vertical videos? Not really. But, with anything, you just keep pushing and, hopefully it pops off. Hi, and how are you? Hey, man, we don't talk like that on YouTube. Come on, man. And that's not how you address a grown man anyways. To build on what the Derek Frank said, do you think shorts are better focused than long form? No, I think you need a mix of both. You need a mix of both. Let me tell you why I don't like shorts. I know so many people I'm not hating on them, but I have been, and this is just my own. This is my own opinion. Okay, it means nothing. People who have earned it have earned it, whatever way they have earned it. It is what it is. But as somebody who has chosen to take the hard road on YouTube, and I'm going to explain that in 1 second, it is so frustrating when you see somebody who, just get started on YouTube and they upload 6 reels and the 6th one pops off and they get 1 million followers. They get 100,000 followers in a month's time from that one reel. Meanwhile, I've been grinding at this for 6 or 7 years and finally about to hit 100,000. So again, it's like I can't be mad at it because, part of going viral is being in position to go viral. Had you never made the video and uploaded it, you never would have went viral, But it just feels different, man. When people, I've seen people who have been like 20, 30,000 subs, and off of one short that took off, hit 100,000 subs with. I just think there needs to be a separate plaque. If the majority of your audience is from YouTube Shorts, you deserve a YouTube Shorts plaque. We should not be getting the same plaque. I think long form subscribers are much higher quality subscribers. But at the same time, it's one of them things like if you don't get with it, you get rolled over. So you got to do it. You got to play the game. Hold on 1 second. So, I do think you need to do long form and short form. There's also with brands way more money in long form. Extra, no, mild. All right. There's way more money in long form. What's the meaning of the nose ring? Nothing. I just wanted it. That was all that was. iSongs. Hello, bro. What's up? Vinny said, I know a few strong men, the Mountain, Half Thor, and Eddie Hall, and the work they do it is. So people also think that like steroids is like a shortcut. I mean, it still takes so much work. So much work. You still have to work hard. Like bodybuilding is a full-time job, y'all. For real. You got the genetics. I don't know about that. I'm a consultant for large brands and help with their YouTube content and got them millions of views, but they don't have enough time to dedicate to my personal channel because of it. Going viral early isn't always the best. Facts. Terry, as a young man, I think you're doing an excellent job. I like watching videos. I like listening to your content. You are who you are. Stay true, brother. Thank you so much, man. CJ said, when does a nose ring have a meaning? Truth is, he want to be like Tupac. Man, shut up. He is secret Tupac fan. I'm not. I don't really like Tupac like that. Yeah, but I'm not mad at people who go viral off of shorts. It's just sometimes it's disheartening, man. When you've been putting in work for so long and just clawing and scratching away, you see somebody who just come along, It's like being at the craps table. You've been at the table for 2 days straight trying to get your money back, and somebody just I'm sorry, or like the roulette table, right? You've been on this roulette table for 2 days trying to get your money back, and somebody come right up and they just put $500 chips on number 13, and it hit that first time when you've been on there for 2 days. So um it's like that type of thing. I can't be mad at it because it's the game you got to play. And I've had, viral videos, semi-viral. It's so crazy. 1 million views is not considered viral anymore. I've had a couple million view videos. But I've never had like one of those super viral, like 10 million, 20 million, 50 million view videos. I understand that kind of frustration. Trying to do two things on 5174. 5174. Hold on 1 second. All right. Real videos earn respect. I remember your Sigma 16mm video when you did that moons ago. You were genuine. I bought that lens just because of that video on the 6400. That's crazy. I remember that video. I was at the creek. I even remember the music I used in that video. That was a long time ago. The AI channels are the worst. That's a fact. Tight shirt Tupac. Hey, I got this. I'm actually pretty hyped to use it. That came in like 2 or 3 days ago. The AI channels are absolutely terrible. And here's what's so crazy. Like if you want to do it right, you could start a Faceless channel and make a killing. It's always the worst videos that go viral. The one, bro, for real. For real. The videos that you love never do well. Never. I got a 250D to begin the journey a couple years ago. Hey, start anywhere. The videos that you could care less about, that don't represent you, that don't show off how good you are, those are the ones that blow up. I hate it. It's nothing more disheartening than putting like days into a project, right? And then you upload it. It gets no love. But then that next one where you just sitting at the desk talking crazy, 20,000 views. Like, sleeves have left the building. Good to see you. Hey, good to see you too. I just left the gym. Think it's a rebel something in the USA. Yep. Single, similar to an artist hating the single that got them famous. I mean, yeah, I feel you. You got some artists that been just grinding at it for years, and then you get one person, my baby boy, work, and they been telling me all night long, and viral. CJ said, just bring back Too Raw for TV, Terry back and go viral again. Hey, I used to be crazy on YouTube, like F-bombs and like saying whatever I wanted. I can't bring that back, man. You're not getting butthurt, are you? No, it is what it is. They just need a different YouTube plaque. I am a man of Christ, but that don't mean you can't get smacked up. Yeah, I try to watch my mouth. I'm not perfect with it. Especially when I'm talking to CJ. He just bring the dirty words out of me, man. CJ just cusses so eloquently, man. You gotta hear CJ cuss. Man, CJ will make you want to cuss. Okay? That's your trademark saying. Yeah, I'm always telling people they're getting butt hurt. I always talk about people mama because they be talking crazy in my comments. So I give it back to them. They come talking crazy. I be like, yo, mama didn't think that. Yeah, you talk crazy to me, I'm gonna talk back. So this is what I don't like about YouTube viewers. I'm of course not talking about y'all, right? But they'll come in your video like you suck so bad. You need to quit YouTube. And I'll be like, now mind you, they attacked me. Okay, unprovoked. They could have easily just scrolled past the video if they didn't like it and unsubscribed if they don't like me. I don't expect everybody to like me. I don't care if anybody likes me or not. But I also realize that like people will like literally dislike you for no reason. Oh, I don't like the way his left nostril looks. Unfollowed. Like, and that's you well within your right. Okay? But I don't like when people come attack me. And then when I attack them back, then they want to go play victim and try to make it seem like I'm the angry black guy. Like, did you forget that you came and talked trash to me first? And then I gave it back to you. Now you're the victim. That's like slapping me. And when I slap you back, you go call the police on me for slapping you. When you slap me first. Can I do a collab with KC Camera Conspiracy? I don't think that man likes me. I would love to. I think he's hilarious. I love his videos, but I don't think he likes me, you know. For a few reasons that I'm not going to talk about on here. I had a pastor tell me he punched someone in the name of Jesus. Oh, God. That's crazy. CJ Lazarus. Oh, man. Any live Kai lately? I haven't been playing that much video games. I've been so busy. Video games right now have taken a back seat. Andy said, I just discovered you. I'm going to sub and start working through your catalog of videos. How did you see? Did you get a notification for this live? Very curious. People act real big. You should hold on. You should print your butt hurt on a t-shirt. Yeah, I should. What I'm not. All right, so I was on this thing like I don't want to say the wrong things because brands might be watching. Well, if they just don't like what I'm saying, then it's just not the brand I want to work with. I like my authenticity, like how I am in real life. That's how I'm gonna be in my video. I try not to curse in real life. I have my kids are watching. You know, I try to be Christ-like. I'm not always perfect at it. You know, might have dropped the F-bomb today. You know, might have, but I'm gonna try to do better tomorrow. But how I am in real life is how I am on here. I'm very kind. I'm very loving. I'm very standoffish. Like, but I'm also very understanding. You know, I love to laugh. I don't take crap from people. You know, I'm all the same things online. And I'm not letting any brand or any amount of money dilute that. I will say I toned my crazy mouth down, not because of brands, but because my kids watch. That's what it's really all about. I try to set like, all right, if I'm online acting crazy, what I can't expect them not to. So always say you want to change the output, you got to change the input. So I just try to, you know, show them that you don't have to be out here twerking and cussing people out and smacking people and fighting to make something out of yourself. So, you know, I try to show them that. Photo me, Ike, what up? What up, champ? Uzi Vert live. Whatever. Big Cook, what up? Big Cook in the house, man. Hey, Cook, I gave you a mad shout out. I don't know if you saw it, man. If y'all listen, Big Cook is like the old vintage Terry. CJ, if you still in here, you got to check out Big Cook. Like, Big Cook is like the vintage Terry Warfield. When I used to get on and just say whatever the hell I wanted, F-bombs, F this, F that, F you, like, but he's very knowledgeable, very eloquent in the way he like frames words and ideas and stuff like that. He is a very underrated channel. Deserves more subs. And I'm rooting for you, bro. And if we could ever if I can't be like that online because my children watch and I'm trying to, you know, but I don't knock anybody who is like that, and I would love to collab with you one day, for real. You deserve way more subs than you have. I don't know what flag that is. Can you let me know where that's from? Do you shoot film? Nope. In the name of Jesus, smack. Who will win, Russia or Ukraine? I'm not having that conversation. What I'm not about to do is there's people over there dying, bro, and I'm not about to sit here in my entitled apartment in America while there's people over there who are barely eating, don't have running water, are watching missiles fly over their head that have nothing to do with this war. I'm not even about to speak on that any further. I'm just praying for everybody who is over there being affected by it. What's been your favorite brand deal, travel trip, stage? What's been your favorite brand deal or brand travel trip at this stage? I'll say Lumix. Lumix is taking us all over the world. Sony does, but they only like really stay in America. One of my favorite companies to work with, though, honestly, Artlist and DJI. Two of my favorite companies. I just love like DJI is constantly innovating, constantly, and Artlist has been like my biggest channel sponsor for like 2 years running now, and we have a great relationship. And they I won't say allow me, but they still want to work with me being Terry. You know what I'm saying? Like I get on there, I make jokes. I'm very like goofy in my videos, and I don't pretend to be what I'm not. Like I'm not a filmmaker. I'll be having to put that out. I'm not a filmmaker. I'm not. I'm a dude that loves cameras. Okay. I don't shoot client jobs. I got all these cameras. I got all these expensive lenses and drones. You know what I do? I go outside and I film leaves and myself. So an art list is like, okay, we love who you are. I mean, obviously I convert I convert for them. So no, I scrolled through a random live in shorts. Oh, that's crazy. Maybe I need to go live in shorts more often. First thing I heard was you being funny about being called a Tupac stan, and I thought, yep, I'm here for this. Hey, go ahead, tap in. You do a great job, mate. Thank you. Talking to kids, I got to get them to school in the morning, going midnight here. Have a great day. Do something amazing. Hey, Vinny, I appreciate you coming through, man. Big Cook, much respect, and I understand, bro. Keep doing what you do. You as well, bro. CJ, you got to check out Big Cook's channel, like for real. Sean said, no, I'm not a filmmaker. Are there no short form or feature film aspirations on your bucket list? No. You know what's so crazy, bro? I don't like shooting people with cameras. I don't. You got to understand. You don't have to, but I'm going to invite you to understand my position as a creator. I don't do well with people. I'm very, even though you might not think so online, I'm very introverted. And when I get into situations where I'm forced to communicate, where I'm forced to try to be nice and cheerful, I don't do well. I had to do that for years to make money. And now that, God willing, I'm in a position where I can solely rely off of YouTube, I don't want to do no photo shoots. I don't want to go do no short films of people. No. I just love cameras for the sake of them being cameras. That's it. So I don't call myself anymore. I used to like, oh, I'm a filmmaker. No, I'm not. I make YouTube videos about cameras. And a lot of times I'm just talking nerdy stuff about it because it's what I enjoy. And I'm leaning into this identity thing. Like, if you need somebody that has like the in the field experience, that's out on client gigs and paid jobs, I'm not the guy for you. I'm not. But if you want somebody who just gets enthusiastic about using a camera by myself, not going to take pictures of people, not going to do client jobs, I'm just going out taking pictures of freaking shadows, leaves, lakes, cars, trucks, bikes, and you want to be on that journey with me, fine. I am no longer trying to fit into this mode that because I love cameras that I must be a filmmaker. I'm not. I don't want to. I enjoy making like content that I like to make. I don't want to get hired from nobody. I don't want to be nobody's photographer. Oh God, I used to hate that. My photographer's on the way here. When did I become your photographer? I could not stand that. I just don't like it. I just love cameras. That's it. I enjoy creating things I want to create with them, nothing more. As soon as you introduce an obligation into my cameras, I'm no longer having fun. ZF gang, yep. What up? I got a camera to leave the mobile phone in the house to take the dog and now my son to the wilderness and take and make memories. Yep. What do I think about Leica? I never actually used one. Big Cook is a cool guy. We had a great talk on live the other day. He kept the PG. What? He not gonna make you look crazy. Now on the other hand, now me on the other hand, what up? If you only had one lens and a ZVE one, which would you choose? The 20 to 70 f4 or 24 to 50 f2.8? I'm gonna split the difference and say 24 to 70 f2.8. This lens right here, this is the 24 to 70, damn near perfect. This is my most used lens. It is so freaking good. And it's small and lightweight. Prime level sharp all throughout the zoom range. Like, I will not sell this lens. The 24 to 70 and the 50 are two lenses I will not get rid of. Thank you for staying true. Nikon ZF gang, yeah, absolutely. I got that Voigtlander 50mm f1.2 knocked in on there. And I only bought this because I wanted something that would like inspire me to go take photos again. That's what it is. I'm about to do a whole video on that. Everybody like, oh, gear doesn't matter. It does matter. It does. It absolutely matters because sometimes buying new gear inspires you to want to create. That's a bar. That's a bar. So I'm gonna film this video probably this weekend. Everybody always is saying gear doesn't matter. The hell it don't. Yes, it do. It's not gonna make your skill set improve, but it will amplify your skill set. And sometimes I get mad bored with cameras because that's what I do all day long. And sometimes just going to do something like buying a new lens gets you like all excited again. It like gets the creative clock going again. So video coming soon on that. Thank you for staying true. There's a certain YouTuber that has become a sold out product shield, Peter McKinnon. The fall off needs to be studied. You know, I don't know if he fell off. I think his course ran. Everybody has a shelf life. People got either he got tired. I won't say people got tired of it. He got tired of doing the same thing. I won't be doing this forever, so I can't be mad at Peter McKinnon that he didn't, you know, everything has a shelf life. He used YouTube. It ran his course for him. He moved on to something else. I'm sure I'm going to do that at one point or another too. There are some pretty good introverted directors also giving some of the cinematic narrative stuff I've seen on your channel. You're definitely a filmmaker, bro. No, I'm not. And I have no clue. I have no desire to direct people. Like, all right, I'm part of a filmmaker organization, right? They're also my YouTube management company. So we're going to Italy in 2 weeks to do a production. And they always ask, like, Terry, do you want to be a talent? Well, I couldn't in this one. There's other reasons, but they're like, oh, do you want to be an AC? Do you want to be a gripper? I'm like, I don't want to do none of that. I don't want to hold that big ass camera all day long. I don't want to direct people. I'm not good at lighting, so I don't want to be a gaffer, and I don't want to do audio. You want to know what I will do? Behind the scenes photography, because I love photography. I have zero desire to do anything on a film set. None. But you just shot a short film last week. Hey, shut up. But I like making videos that I like to make. And sometimes I do make more like narrative style stuff, but those are just creative expressions, okay? Those are creative expressions. Shut up, CJ. What lens you have on that ZF? This is the Voigtlander 50mm f1.2 knocked in. It is a fully manual lens to go along with the full manual dials on the Nikon ZF. I don't use this camera for video at all. This is only for photography. There's something so satisfying
about having to change your ISO on the dial and your shutter speed on the dial, and then set your aperture manually on the lens, nail your focus, taking the photo and nailing it. Whoo! You want to talk about a dopamine hit? And the ZF has manual focus confirmation. So even in manual mode, it still detects eyes, faces, all of that stuff. And when you go to check focus confirmation, if it detected an eye, it punches directly into the eye. Sony don't do that. Lumix don't do that. Fuji, Leica, nobody else does that but Nikon. It's so fire. Nikon, sorry. Big Floyd, what up? Big Floyd. So you just double my budget. My wife will hate you now. Hey, you did it. Terry said, new week, new me. 24 to 70 is next lens, my pickup for sure. Any plan to try analog photography? You mean like film? No. I don't want to do film. You want to know why? Because I got digital. I can make this look like film. I don't want to sit there and send film back and forth, and them days are over. Having to like guard the film while you put it in and take the little piece out of it and feed it into the camera. And no, I don't miss the nostalgia of it that much. Okay, I can take a digital file. Now I'll tell you what I do. What I do. Okay, and I'm not talking about do. Like what I do. Whenever I go out to take pictures, and I've said this in a few videos, I treat my memory card like it's film. A standard roll of film has about between 28 to 36 exposures. And I find that instead of treating digital like digital, where you just go out there taking 1,000 photos, if you treat your photo, like if you go out for a photo walk or you take, like you have 36 exposures. That's it. So you better get it right because you don't have any more than, and it forces you to slow down. It forces you to think about the shots more and all of that stuff. So I don't want film, but I do treat this camera. I keep it in manual, everything manual. So I have to set the shutter speed, the ISO, the aperture, all manually using dials. I have to check focus. I only get 36 exposures and I keep the screen closed. Just bought the A7C II and snagged a 50 2.5. I'm super inspired. And that's a great little lens. A great little small combo, too. Yeah, the ZF transforms you into a creative artist. I don't think I've ever shot that camera in color. Oh, yeah, and a black and white switch. I'm going to tell you something that you might not know. So, remember, you can still go in the menu if you do want to shoot with the screen open and set a black and white preference because it's got a few of them in there, right? But then you can also set the black and white switch to be a specific. So really, you could have 2 black and white profiles on the camera. You got the switch and you can put one in the menu. Peter's doing just fine, still enjoying my sister. Yeah, he makes what he want to make. And I can't be mad at him for making the videos that get him paid. I hate that saying that you see the creator with an FX3. I hate that saying that then you see... Okay, I hate that saying. Then you see the creator with an FX3 or Red as their everyday camera. All right, gear does matter. Obviously, you want the tool that works the best for what you do. Gear doesn't matter in the sense when people who have no skills run out and buy a FX3. That's not good. Buying it with the expectation that this is going to make me better is false. No, if your trash is just going to make you more trash. Now, I'm not against buying a more expensive camera to learn and grow into, but buying gear with the expectation that it's going to automatically make you better is a trap. It doesn't work like that. Now, however, as I said, sometimes you get bored with the gear you have, and sometimes going to buy new gear will get you back in the gear. So gear does matter, absolutely does. R5C versus FX3, different strokes, different folks. R5C is a much more capable camera, but nowhere near as convenient. CJ in here has one. I had the FX3. They are 2 totally different cameras. The R5C is also a way more capable photo camera. I'm a filmmaker with both Canon and smartphones. One thing I don't like is working on a project for someone. I want to make what I want, when I want, and the way I want without restrictions. Yes. Bughead having that. Wait till I click on your profile. Your name is Wet Cardboard. Yo, you probably smell like wet cardboard. Have you ever smelled wet cardboard? Oh, my God. Talk that Nikon talk, my boy. Jamerson, Elliot Suttles, hey. That's a phenomenal tip how you treat the memory card. Treat it like film. Yeah, it makes you slow down. Pocket 3 versus EVE10. I'll have a whole video on my channel about that. So you should go watch that. You should go watch that. I'm trying to decide tomorrow. Get one. They are honestly two different cameras. All right. The ZV-E10 is a more capable camera. Listen, I'm going to just break it down real fast to you. If you're buying, this is your first camera, get the ZV-E10. The Pocket 3 is a specialist camera. The ZV-E10 you can grow into. No, it's not as convenient. It doesn't have the stabilization and the gimbal. And it's not as pocketable, but you can grow into it. The Pocket 3, you cannot grow with. This is what you got, and that's it. You can't put another lens on there. You can't do anything. With the ZV-E10, if you want to go with a portrait lens, you can shoot portraits. If you want to slap some cinema glass on there, you can slap some cinema glass on there. Like, if it's your first camera, get the ZV-E10. So I bought these cinema cameras for nothing. Still trash. FX30 is so good, for real. FR5C is so good, CJ says. Gear totally matters if you actually use it, but to me personally, and being a great storyteller is what keeps me watching most of the creators I do. That is facts. The gear, listen, all of the gear we have now is more than capable enough. And if you can't get good footage and tell good stories with the level of gear we have, I'm sorry, you suck. And you need to get gooder. You need to practice. Gear is no longer the limiting factor. So, obviously you should want to find a tool that works best for you. But here's the analogy for you. I can give you if you have no skill set, a $10,000 camera. If you don't know how to use it, guess what you're going to get out of it? Trash. I could also, however, give an experienced person who knows cameras in and out a $1,000 camera and a cheap lens, and guess what they can make from it? Magic. So, take that for what it's worth. But the camera is no longer the limiting factor. All of these good cameras from the last decade are good enough in the right hands to produce amazing stuff. If you handed me a A6000 right now and a 50 millimeter f1.8, I can get busy. But that's because I understand cameras and how to, and I also don't expect cameras to be perfect. Like, so many people expect cameras to be perfect. No, they have flaws, all of them. You just have to learn how to work around the flaws. That's it. You're the reason I bought the ZV-E1. That thing is an absolute beast. On the downfall is overheating, but the Ulanzi fan is a lifesaver. Facts. The ZV-E1 is my most used camera. It's so tiny. The image quality is amazing. Stabilization is amazing in there. I think my second most used camera is I did just get the S1R Mark II. There's a couple things holding me back with this camera from it being like my go-to. And this is reaching snob level territory because I know there's some people who would love to have this camera. I'm only being hypercritical because obviously I'm a camera channel. And if it was my only camera, I could make it work. It's a fantastic camera, but like there's some things that just make it difficult to be like my one and done camera. There's some things that make all these cameras difficult. Sometimes having all these cameras is like on one hand I like it, but on the other hand I feel like it separates me from my audience because most of my audience has one camera. So to sit here and be hypercritical, oh, this camera doesn't do that, and this camera doesn't do that, and I'm not going to use this one because this one doesn't do that. Like, I don't know. I just feel like I'm being pompous sometimes. ZV-E10 best pocket camera. I find it hard to lug around. My A7 III and 24-7. How is it hard to lug around? You go to the gym, bro. It's not hard. I'll be lugging this bad boy around. This weighs probably 4 pounds. This is my A7R5 with a 24-70. Like, you must not have held the cameras of yesteryear. Like the big old D1s, D2s, D3s, Canon R, what's them 1DX and all of them. Like, these cameras we have now are nothing compared to the old DSLR cameras. I'm probably showing my age at this point. If you really want to vlog, yeah, and that's why I said you got to figure out what well, I didn't say this, but you need to figure out what your plan is. You got to figure out what your plan is. I have a camera on how to choose. I have a video on how to choose your first camera. You need to think about, what am I going to be doing in 6 months? All right, you buy a Pocket 3 now. What if you decide you want to get into photography in 6 months? Oh, you are SOL. So you need to think about your budget. You need to think about what is your trajectory for the next 6 months, because those will have a major impact on your buying decision. If you have no desire to get into more advanced video creation, filmmaking, photography, then go with the Pocket 3. But if you want a camera that you can grow with, I would say start with the ZV-E10. You can always get the Pocket 3 later to add to your ZV-E10. Because arguably it is better for vlogging, it's better for like solo content creation, but it's a one-trick pony. It's really good at the trick it can do, but it's a one-trick pony. You know what I'm saying? The best thing y'all can do to learn how to use the best thing y'all can do is learn how to use your gear. Absolutely. And continue to learn. Absolutely. Tom, what up? KF Prime, what up? What up? Especially without lighter. What up? CJ said you built like Thanos. Oh man, we about to do this. How do you travel with your clothes and camera gear? Put them in a suitcase. What kind of question is that? That's a dumbass question, boy. What do you mean? I put them on a rocket ship. Oh, you getting that because you've been trolling me for years. No, I always any cameras stay on my person. I don't check. No, you're not about to take my case full of lenses, cameras, drones. No, I'm keeping that. So I always keep my cameras on me in my carry-on. Clothes in a suitcase. A7S3, 20mm f1.8, ECM B1M. I vlog with that setup. You sure can. Tucker said he uses a suitcase. Yeah, yeah, bro. I put it on a boat. I put it on a paddle boat. That was, hey, Sean, you know that was a stupid question, bro. That's facts. Thinking about where you'll be in 6 months. I bought the ZVE1 for my business, but for my hobby, I love taking photos. So I kind of wish I bought the A7C too. Before y'all buy a camera, think about what you are going to want. And I know you can't always predict it, but try to get an idea of what are you going to want to do in 6 months. Don't buy a camera based off of what you need today, because what if your needs change in 6 months? So try to think ahead if you can on, before you make a decision. That's like, why would if you go buy an action camera today and then in 6 months figure out you know what? I want to do photography. Well, you just wasted money. So start off with the most versatile tool you can find. And as you go along and you start, oh man, this camera's not that great for vlog. It's great for photography, but not that great for vlogging. Then you think about, oh, maybe I could add like an Osmo Pocket to it. Just try to keep that ideology instead. I have way too many hoodies around here. Will the Osmo Pocket 3 outperform the iPhone 16 Pro Max as a car cam, especially at night? Yep, absolutely. Remember, your iPhone is depending on, it does have stabilization. It does have sensor stabilization, but it's not a physical gimbal. So your iPhone is still partially dependent on having a well-exposed video feed to stabilize, especially with a high enough shutter speed. As soon as you get into nighttime with the iPhone, the stabilization, just like any camera that relies on digital stabilization, falls apart. So, yeah, a physical gimbal in low light will always, always, always beat digital stabilization. Just like stabilization on your computer, if the footage is trash and dark and, it's not going to be able to stabilize it that good. Your phone is no different, which is why during the day, stabilization works great. As soon as you go out at night, though, with that stabilization, oh yeah, you got some hot trash on your hands. Hot trash. And also for rollers, the Pocket 3 cannot be beat. And yes, I have videos on my channel about the Osmo Pocket 3 and rollers. It's so fire. You stick it to the side of a car. You can sit inside the car and draw a box around the subject, and it will track the car with you inside the car. You can move the gimbal and all that stuff using the DJI Mimo app. It's so freaking fire. I asked which bags you use, you jerk. This is my go-to travel bag, you jerk. The Tenba DNA 15. Old Faithful. They don't make this no more. But I have like 5 camera bags. My everyday bag is this is a bag we got from DJI at CES. It's fire all black, plenty of compartments. I don't know what brand it is, but it's beautiful. I love it. I was the one that bought the Pocket 3, but now I'm getting into photography, this is my point. Tom Milano said I was the one that bought the Pocket 3, but now getting into photography, wish I had just started with the A6700 first, the best of both worlds. Absolutely. And this is my point. There's nothing wrong with picking up more stuff later, but you want to start off with the thing that can do the most things for you, even if it's not perfect at any, even if it's not perfect at any one particular thing. Interchangeable lens camera will always be more versatile than the vlogging camera. Sean got that dog breath. Smell it through the chat. It's crazy. You call me a jerk on live? That is mean. That is mean, bro. Hold on. Tucker cooked you. He uses a suitcase. You're like, what else did you think I travel with? Plastic bags from Walmart? You idiot. Like, how did you think I got it to where I could, like, yeah. How did you think I got a suitcase? I mean, clothes, cameras, all that stuff to Norway. How did you think I got it there? A ferry. You thought I used a ferry. Ridiculous, Sean. Keep up the great work, man. God bless. Thank you so much, bro. Sean, you got a war crime for that comment. That's crazy. How do you travel with camera gear and clothes? I teleport. Ain't none of y'all ish. No, that comment you made wasn't ish. That was the, I know you've been around on the channel for a long time. And that you should know by now not to make comments like that. That is the comment of a person with a head full of freaking Kool-Aid. That was a ridiculous question. All right, y'all. Well, we've been on here for an hour. I didn't even mean to like get on here and talk about nothing. So I'm glad that y'all came and hung out. I know these last minute live streams a lot. Sometimes people don't pull up, but I'm glad y'all. I thought you just pulled out the strap. Nah, this is a tripod. Now I have things that look like this, okay, but I can't show them on YouTube because of demonetization reasons. Okay, but yes, I'm well protected at all times, everywhere, everywhere. Even right there, yes, always. These people crazy out here. But I'm about to get up out of here, man. I appreciate y'all kicking it, hanging out. And yeah, I guess I'll talk to y'all tomorrow. Heading out with the fam. Be good. Hey man, God bless you. Enjoy your family. Do not take them for granted. That's a whole different story. But let me give y'all this last little nugget real quick, okay? I know it's easy sometimes to be mad and upset and fed up with your family members, your spouse, and all that stuff, but life is short. So think about that because the person that you love the most, even in your worst moments, it's possible they couldn't be, they might not be here tomorrow. I mean, I hope they're here, but just the lesson I learned is you never take those moments for granted. If something is bothering you, show people grace, and try not to stay mad at people. I mean, unless it's egregious stuff. But life is short, and a lot of times, I've had to deal with, holding grudges against people, and then they pass away. My father, still dealing with that grief 20 years later. So, tell your loved ones today that you love them, no matter what. No matter if you're mad at them, you hate them, whatever. If you care about them, tell them you love them. And that's it. So, till next time, I'll catch y'all later. Much love. Thanks for hanging out. Peace, y'all.